All right, so the survey's back, the site plan is done, and I'm targeting a $425,000 exit. In this video, I'm going to be walking you guys through which plan I picked, why I picked it, and the roadmap to getting those permits approved so we can actually start construction. If you're new here, my name is Corey Fields Jr. I'm a builder, investor, and developer. In the past 24 months, we've built and sold over $5.5 million in residential real estate, and we currently have $15 million in development. I just picked up this lot, and I'm documenting this entire project from start to finish, acquisition to close. Now, in the last video, I broke down the complete site analysis, why I bought the lot, what the comps were telling me, and the 3 plans that I was deciding between. So if you missed that one, I'd go back and watch that one first because this video is going to pick up exactly where that one left off. All right, so the plan that I picked, I went with plan 2, 1,670 square feet, 3 bed, 2 bath, single story, 10-foot ceiling height, along with some vaulted ceilings in here. Now I'll break down why I went with this plan. So first was the footprint, 48 feet wide, 40 feet deep. At first, I was concerned about that depth, but we got that survey back. I scaled it, and this footprint fits in that buildable envelope perfectly. Second was the size, 1,670 square feet, sits right between those 2 comps that I showed in the last video. You know, the first comp was 360, 1,300 square feet, and then the second one was 485, 1,800 square feet, and this sits right in the middle between those 2. And I'm targeting that $425,000 exit, which is between those 2 comps. And third, in my opinion, this was the best layout of the 3. Coming over here, just looking at this master bedroom compared to the other ones, along with the master bathroom, we got a standing shower, water closet, standing tub, and you come over here into the kitchen, solid size kitchen. We'll probably make this island a bit bigger, but the separation between the kitchen, dining room, and the living room, it's all good. This plan just works. It's a single story, efficient layout, everything just flows. I like this plan a lot. Now I'm still debating on whether or not to that covered back patio. It's a pretty highly desired feature, and it'll definitely give us better odds of getting that bump in price. But I think right now, just this layout that we have, I think this will get us to where we need to go. This plan matches what buyers expect at this price point in this micro pocket. The square footage aligns with the comps. The layout checks all the boxes. We got a nice open concept into here. Good master, functional flow. We're not overbuilding. We're not underbuilding. We're right in that zone where we need to be. So with that said, I'm confident in this plan, and that confidence comes from eliminating the variables. So the survey confirmed our buildable area. The comps confirmed the market demand. The plan fits a lot. We're not forcing it, or we're not compromising. This confidence comes from front loading my due diligence, which allows me to execute on clarity and not hope. So there are no unknowns in this deal because any variables that were there in the beginning, they've now been proven. So at 400, I'm looking at a 35% profit margin. At 425, I'm looking at a 40% profit margin. Now, I'm not going to break down line by line the economics in this video. One, because we're actual builders, our cost to build is our business. Like literally, that's our business. And that's proprietary information. That's not public information. And 2, build costs are market specific, lot specific, and builder specific. And 3, the point of these videos are to show you guys the analysis, the decisions, the process, the things that actually matter the most. The margins I just showed you, 35, 40%, that tells you guys what's possible when you know what you're doing. Now, the exact dollar amount, those are specific to us, our market, our relationships, our operation, our systems, etc. Now, if you do want to learn how to build a budget for a deal like this and understand the complete economics, I am building that system right now, and it's coming soon. So stay tuned for that. All right, now let's go ahead and get into what this survey confirmed and how we positioned the house on the property. So this survey confirmed the buildable area is exactly where I thought it was. These setbacks, they work perfectly for this plan. We have no encroachments, no easements. Slope is manageable. We are going to have to bring in 2-3 loads of dirt to fill in over here on this side. So that way that wall and that cross space isn't crazy high. But other than that, the survey's clean and we're ready to go. So now coming over here to look at this site plan, this is where we position the house. We actually took this plan right here. This is the one from the other house, and we flipped it. And the reason that we flipped it is because it made more sense to lay it out like this instead of the other way. So instead, if it were flipped the other way, the driveway would be on this side, which is the low side. We'd end up having to bring in more loads of dirt. It just made more sense to position on this side. So that's what we're working with, and that's where the house is going to be positioned on the lot. So we got our survey and we got our site plan, and we'll come over here to the permitting process overview. So survey's done, site plan's done. Currently getting those building plans redrawn because we flipped the plan. And not only that, the foundation, this one's going to be a cross space, and this plan before was a slab. So we're getting those plans redrawn. Once that's done, we'll spit everything, get those plans reviewed. Mid to late January is when I'm hoping we can get that permit and actually start building. Now, in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out my spec sheet. I'm going to figure out what exactly I'm going to put in this house when it comes to finishes and all that. Because come January 1st, there's going to be some tariffs that go into place and the prices on materials and stuff are going to go up. So I'm going to lay all that out, figure out what's going to go up, and see if I can find some deals before we actually start building. That way, I can just add it to the inventory and it'll be available, and I'll save that money and protect my margin when we get to that point of the build process. And just taking a look at this entire flow chart or diagram, whatever you want to call it, it seems like a lot. And that's because it is, but this is what it takes to go into a deal with confidence and a real plan so that you can walk out with some profit. So we've gone through the site analysis, comp analysis, plan analysis, and now we're getting into execution. So that's what we'll be covering in the next few videos. And that's all I got for this one. So if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one.